Hey, this is Jason Morris from the Facebook group Real Estate Agents That Really Work, and I'm on the call today with Elijah Privette. Elijah, so where are you from? Tell us about your market.
I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's real close to Charlotte. It's actually right where you went to college, Winthrop
Yeah, I
University.
graduated from Winthrop University, right down the road, man. I used to live on Eden Terrace,
Yep,
and
that's right down the road from me,
yeah,
5-10 minutes.
yeah, man. I went to school there for 4 years, and they were working on Cherry Road all 4 years. And I think that was the big thing. That was the running joke. Like they had been working on Cherry Road at the time forever. So
Yeah.
tell us about your real estate career. Like, how long have you been in the business?
I've technically been licensed since, or actually, I've been with my office since Valentine's Day. It's kind of weird. I didn't mean it to be that way.
Yeah.
Um, so about 8 months or so,
Okay, 8
10
months.
months.
So, and you're with a major franchise, right?
Yes, I am with Keller Williams.
So let me ask you, during the 8 months, how did things go starting out?
Rough, uh, rough, especially there in the beginning. There, just kind of step in. You don't really know what it's all about. It does take time to figure it out, and it was difficult at first, to be honest.
So what do you think the hardest part was?
Uh, I mean, honestly, you kind of get into it. I heard you say one time that someone told you to go sell oceanfront properties. You thought they were just going to kind of fall into your lap, and
Yeah.
it's kind of how it was for me. I mean, you just kind of think everything's going to happen for you, and then reality smacks you in the face, and you realize that this is your own business, and that's not happening unless you get out there and you do it yourself.
Yeah, business don't fall in your lap once you get your real estate license, does it?
No.
What did
Mm-mm.
you do before?
Before that, I was going to college. I went to Tech, York Tech,
Hmm.
and I got a 2-year degree. I was going to get into sociology, get a sociology degree, but honestly, I was crawling under houses, putting in air units with my stepdad, and I got tired of that.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't remember exactly who got me interested in the real estate business, but
So
just
you
decided, hey, I'm gonna try
pretty
it out.
much finished college and got right in the business.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
In previous experience, I did the same thing. I worked with my dad. My dad was a construction person, and I went to college, man, so I didn't have to like crawl under houses and do things like that anymore. You know,
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
not want to. I did not want to be a plumber or electrician or anything like that. I had
yeah.
enough
Me
of
neither.
that. So, so you got in the business and you thought that your initial impression was like a lot of agents that hey, things would just fall in my lap. I got a real estate license. People are just going to go, hey, Elijah, you know, um, come sell my house for me, and it doesn't
Yeah.
work like that at all.
No.
So how are things going today? So like 8 months.
Okay. Well, previously, before, I'm in Jason's group coaching, and before that, I had one deal. But to put it in perspective, within the last week, actually since Friday, I've got 3 new listings.
Really,
So,
man?
yeah, that's great.
Where did they come from?
For sub owners, they're all for sub owners.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, let's tell us this story real quick, man. So what how did you get each one? Like what was the process you had to go through?
Okay, so the main thing for me is obviously the first call, the initial call. With all these, I'm just calling for sub owners, and use your script that you have in your book for sub owner master. And then, honestly, man, most of these leads, I think all of them except one, I had to follow up with over like 5 times. But then from there, my follow up planner, which is also the one you got me, that's what I'm using right here. And I literally, for each follow up, use every script that's in this book. And I'm with Red X also.
Yeah. Cool, man. So you're doing, and I think that's where a lot of agents miss it. You did 5+ follow-ups for every single one before nobody said on the first call, yeah, Elijah, come on over. Can you be here by 2? Nobody said that, did they?
No, all of them said, no, I'm not interested. No, I don't want to work with an agent.
Yep.
You know?
So what was what happened like after the follow-ups? You'd built a little bit of rapport with them. What happened? Did they eventually they broke down and let you come, or what happened?
I kept pushing on every follow-up call. I kept pushing for the appointment, and then eventually, I set the appointment, and I went on out, and it was really just motivation got me out there with the sellers, and I went on the appointment.
Yeah, cool, man. That's one of the big things that a lot of agents do. Well, number one, they don't follow up that 5 times. Like on that 5th, 6th call, 7th call, you were the only guy that talked to them that much. And you kept following up. And I think that sometimes, like mentally, with these people, they go, "Damn, this guy keeps calling me. He must know something. Maybe he can do what he tell us he can do." I think it's almost a confidence thing too. Like
Yeah.
and then I tell people all the time, like getting that 1 or 2, like once you get 1 or 2, and you're going, like, "Oh man, I can do this, and this works." Then it's like your
Yeah.
confidence level is like sky high today. If you listed 3 since Friday, what price points were these things at?
One is like it's at 312. One is at 250, and then the other one is at 160.
160. So man, you did, let's see, 310, 40. So roughly $725,000 worth of listings in the last week.
Yeah.
So
Sub owners using your program. Really.
that's awesome. I know you've been listing more too. How many have you listed, like, say, in the last 30 days?
In the last 30 days, I'd say I think it was 7.
You've listed 7
7
in the last 30 days? Dude, that's awesome, man.
total. Honestly, when you get those first few under your belt, like you were saying, man, driving home from these appointments and getting it. I mean, even if you're going to miss some, but when you're driving home from these appointments, you just feel great. You feel crazy pumped. And I saw you post something. Someone posted about music you like to listen to.
Yeah.
Before you're prospecting, and I forget the song you said, but blast that song on the way back.
That's funny. That's funny, man. So you've listed like well over $1 million in real estate in the last 30 days.
Wow, when you put it like that, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Like before office splits. And let me ask you this, because you're a young guy, you're right out of college, this is your first year in the real estate agent. Has anybody, a lot of agents feel like that are young, they're going, "Oh, well, I just got started and I look so young." Has anybody asked you about your age, or anybody said anything negative about, "Hey, I don't want to list with you because you're a young guy"?
No, honestly, no, I haven't gotten that. I mean, I got one guy actually telling me it was the complete opposite. He said, "Man, I like you. I saw your picture in your pre-appointment package, the one that I also got from you." And he said, "I saw your picture. I see you're a young guy. I like that. I feel like you'll be a good go-getter. Why don't you come on out?" And
dude, that's awesome, man. So it's actually a benefit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's excellent, man. Let me ask you this too. Now, did your office play a role in you getting the business? I know a lot of agents go to certain offices because they think, "Hey, if I just go to this franchise or go to that franchise, it's going to help me do more business."
Okay, honestly, it doesn't come down to the franchise. It comes down to what you're going to do. Like I said, before I joined your group coaching, I only had one. Not that they don't have good coaching. It's just I got better coaching when I joined your group coaching, and that's when I honestly started taking off. So I guess it's just different for different people, but I wouldn't say it matters with what franchise you go with, to be honest.
Yeah, that's something I've learned too, that and I get this question a lot. That's why I asked you that question. I get this question a lot. People think that if they're with XYZ franchise or ABC franchise, that's gonna be the make or break thing in their real estate career, and it's really not. It's really a
Mm.
matter of what they're gonna do every day. Like, you know, I mean, you can sit there and do desk duty, 5 times a week and wait for the phone to ring, and it's not going to get you the type of business you need to reach the goals that you want to reach in your business.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, I got time for like a couple more questions. Um, so what's your goal for the month of December?
Man, being that, I just listed 3 since Friday. I'm like, man, I wonder if I could get
Messed your goal up, didn't it? You had one goal and then you
right.
listed 3 since
I had
Friday.
like
Damn, I need to go
4 was
back
my
and
goal. So,
yeah, you got 23
so
days left. I mean,
yeah, so I'm hoping for at least 4 more. Well, or sorry, 3 more, 3 to 4 more. Is what I'm hoping for, and I already got my goal sheet over here for next year, and
so what's
where
your
I'm
goal?
at now.
What's your goal in
My goal
2018?
next year is next year I set it lower. Honestly, 30 listings was my goal for me to be able to leave my part-time job. I have a part-time job on the weekends,
Hmm.
and
So
where I'm at now, I feel very confident I'll hit that.
30 listings. That's only 2.5 listings a month. Right?
Yeah,
That's so yeah, you'll hit that. I mean, you could hit honestly, like if you worked really hard, man, you could probably get 30 listings in the first quarter. I mean, like,
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, you could between
Yeah,
now and like the end of March, you could get 30 listings. I mean, really, if you listed 7 in the last 30 days, right? If you list another 7 this month, right? And then you list 7 the next 3 months, because there's no reason for your goal to go down, right? Right?
yeah,
I mean, you listed 7 last month. There's no reason why you shouldn't try to list another 7 this month, or you can't
exactly.
reason
Yeah,
you can't list another 7 this month. So, I mean, if you do that this month, next month, then the next 3 months, man, that's 28 right there.
that's insane.
I mean,
Yeah.
so did you have a dollar amount goal for next year, like a commission amount you want to make?
I wrote down like how much GCI I wanted,
Hmm.
what I felt like I needed to walk away with my job. I just said average commission. I mean, like obviously that one that's at 310. It's obviously the commissions on that's going to be different. I just made the average commission lower so I could have. I guess if this is the worst case scenario, what it would take, I had it at like $3,000 commission per transaction. But I'd like to the year of 2018 net around 50 to 60,000.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Dude, that's a great first year. So, agents out there, they're just starting there in their first year of doing real estate. I mean, technically, you're in month 10 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Of your real estate career and about to start your first full year. What advice would you have for them?
The main thing I would say is one, yeah, if your office has coaching, that's great. But like when I found you, honestly, you were the best one I've seen so far. I'm honestly, Jason's not paying me to say this. I'm honestly in his group coach, and it's the best. Get a coach if you don't have a coach. I know some companies don't offer it. Get a coach. I obviously recommend Jason. I'd say the other main thing is, quit getting ready to get ready. I feel like the whole thing we mentioned earlier with the franchise is just another excuse not to go ahead and get on the phone. I would say get on the phone and just start working and go after it. And you're going to figure everything mostly out as you go along. Have a plan, but just go after it and don't procrastinate and wait to be ready. Because I think that was the main thing for me is trying to get everything, my ducks in a row before I did anything. And then once you call, you realize none of that really mattered.
Yeah, you're never going to be 100% ready. You
You're
know,
not.
100% is like a myth. That's a myth or a lie that we all create for ourselves. We're never going to be 100% ready. So, Elijah, if somebody wants to, they want to refer a client to you or something, how would they get in touch with you?
They could give me a call, 803-415-6310, 803-415-6310. You can shoot me an email, privetteelijah@gmail.com.
Awesome,
And
man.
again, I'm out of South Carolina or North Carolina. I got my North Carolina too, so I'm on the
So you
border.
work the whole Rock Hill, Charlotte area.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you doing the call with me today.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks, man.